Good evening, folks. Welcome to Beer Rating with Sean Connors, day 18 of our Beer Advent Calendar, our 2020 Craft Beer Advent Calendar, Gold Medal Edition. 24 beers, never sold in Canada before, all have won gold medals. So a box of beer, great beers. Every day you open up a door, you get a beer. Can't beat that. Alright, 18, let's get at her. Down here on the bottom. Now, today, actually, from the craft people, they actually have a Facebook page. And I've been following that every night after I have my beer. So I noticed last night when they were talking about last night's beer, that tonight's beer is also a Belgian beer. I said last night that there was only one Belgian. That's incorrect. There's actually two Belgian beers in the box. And today's the second one. And they actually said it was an IPA. So full disclosure, not a big IPA fan. Not my favorite beer by far. Alright, so we have Imperial Indian Pale Ale, Autonomy Lost, White Pony Microbrewery. Pretty cool graphics. Almost looks like somebody drew them. Product of Belgium, extra strong beer, 9.0% alcohol. It says hashtag White Pony Beer. I'm not quite sure what the White Pony is. They give the ingredients: water, barley malt, oat, sugar, hops, yeast. White Pony Microbrewery. It says walk fast to work, then wait retribution. Hours run faster. Control, buy last engine of misinformation. Happy. Show it on social. Likes. Yo, now you're so cool. There's a little bit of gibberish. Alright, so I'll zoom in so you can see the can. What we're going to have tonight. It's kind of cool little graphics. Wouldn't say it's the coolest I've seen, but and the graphics, it actually says obey, consume, die. Kind of funky. Not quite sure. Alright, so I'll zoom out. We'll pour the beer up, we'll give it a couple sniffs, see what type of aroma we have, and then we'll taste it and go from there. I'll give my rating out of 5 as always. A 1 being a drain pour, don't like it, can't finish it. A 2 being, yeah, not a fan, but I'll finish it. 3 being a good beer, a 4 being a very good beer, and a 5 would be the best beer I've ever had. I've already given my glass a cold water rinse, as per usual. Like I said, I'm not a big IPA fan, folks. Not a big IPA fan. I'll get it out, don't worry. So it's got a little bit of an orange tinge to it. Not cloudy at all, so I'm assuming this is unfiltered. Or actually, I think one of the other beers I said it was unfiltered because it was cloudy, and it was actually a second fermentation. What that is, basically they'll add I'm not sure if it's sugar or yeast to the bottle or can before it's bottled, and it ferments again for a second time in the bottle or can. Wow. Okay, this is right away extremely hoppy. And IPAs, they're always hoppy. Give you a little bit of history background. IPAs came about. Pale ale was common in England. However, at the time, the British were all over the world. You know, you hear the same, the sun never sets in the British Empire because the British Empire was so huge that the sun was always up in one part of the world. So at that time, the British Empire, they were in India. They had troops in India, and obviously troops, they want their pleasures from home, that one of them being beer. The problem was, by the time the beer was shipped to India, it was going bad. So they had to try to find out, okay, what can we do to ensure the beer is not gone bad by the time it gets there? So what they did, they added extra hops, which added as a preservative, and that became India Pale Ale. So India Pale Ales, IPAs, have extra hops. And normally you can smell and you can taste the hops. And this one is no exception. Very hoppy. Actually, I don't think I've ever had a Belgian IPA, so this is kind of different for me. Don't know if there's a big difference. I know you got English IPAs, you got American IPAs, you got Northeast IPAs, or Northeastern United States. There's different. I think there might even be a West Coast IPA. So they do their own little version with it. A lot of times it's unique hops or unique strain of yeast, whatever the case may be. With this one, I have no idea. But it is very hoppy, at least from the aroma. And I'm assuming it's going to be the same for the taste. Very hoppy. Very, very hoppy for me. Wow. I've said many times to people watch on a regular basis that I'm not a big fan of beers that have lingering aftertaste. And what I mean by that, you drink the beer, you swallow, you obviously get the flavor, but once you're swallowed, it just kind of lingers in your mouth. I'm not a big fan of that. And I'm definitely getting that here with the IPA. And obviously, the thing that's lingering is the bitterness from the hops. And as I said, I don't like lingering aftertaste. I'm not a big fan of IPAs, so this quite isn't doing it for me. Wow. I think I'm actually going to struggle to finish it. Whether or not I will, I don't know. If you like IPAs, by all means check it out. I know one of my military buddies, Chris, he's a big IPA guy. Chris, if you ever get your chance, pick one up, an imperial IPA. Normally when they use the term imperial, it just means a higher alcohol content than usual. The question is, what am I going to rate it? Now, once again, these ratings are totally my preference, nothing more. There's no science or anything else. There's no consensus. This is just what I think. So it's kind of hard for me to give a strong rating to any IPA. But a lot of times I try to take into consideration whether or not it's a style of beer that I like. And like I said, I'm not a big IPA fan. I can drink them, but I'm not a big fan. But this one, I got a feeling I'm going to have a problem drinking this at all. If you like IPAs or you like double IPAs, by all means give it a go. I'm going to struggle to finish it. I know that right from the get-go, just from the taste of it, but I'm pretty confident that I will finish it. So sadly, I'm going to give this one a 2.0, and that basically means I'm not a fan, but I will finish it because I don't want to waste a beer. But like I've said previously, every beer in this box has won a gold medal at one festival or another, or maybe even the one last I think was 2 gold medals. So they are good quality beers. So just because I'm not giving it a high rating doesn't mean it's a bad beer. So if you're an IPA fan, by all means, if you like hoppy beers, you may love this. For me, it's not IPAs are not a big thing for me. And this is, I'm finding very hoppy. So I'm going to stick with the 2.0, I'm afraid to say. So for the White Pony Microbrewery Imperial IPA Autonomy Lost 2.0. Hopefully you can join me tomorrow, day 19. We'll see what's in the box. Until next brew, as always, enjoy responsibly. Cheers.